You are welcome to Module 4, Laboratory and Practicum Advising. In the virtual classroom, the services are adapted to technology. Currently, online learning is supplanting face-to-face instruction as the preferred learning modality. Virtual laboratory and practicum advising is the use of educational technology in learning and teaching students practicum and laboratory. At the laboratory or practicum, students receive first-hand experience with concepts related to their course and proficiency in the practices employed by scientists in their or other professionals in their field. There are different types of laboratory science, such as medical laboratory science, which performs laboratory analysis on blood and blood fluids to help the physician to diagnose, treat, monitor, and prevent diseases. Courses that are professionally inclined usually require practicum or attachment for the student to gain practical experience. Developing practical or laboratory techniques in a virtual environment may be challenging. However, there are some advantages that we can adapt to this challenge through student advising. What practicum advising entails? Student practicum is an opportunity offered by institutions to their students to develop a mutually beneficial relationship between the student and industry through a well-integrated student internship or practicum program. The practicum helps the student to engage in an actual work setting to gain supervised practical experience. There is substantial value to be obtained for the student and employer in completing a practicum experience. For a practicum to be successful, it requires a goal-oriented student who has cultivated strong work ethics and a desire to progress in the chosen field. It also requires an organization or institution ready to mentor the student by providing supervised practical on-the-job training experience, responsible job assignments, and consistent performance evaluation and feedback. The third party in this venture is the academic advisor, who supports and monitors the student progress in industry and liaises with the industry. That is the work of the advisory or practicum advisor. What are the nuances of laboratory and practicum advising? The advisor should establish a good relationship with external agencies to make programs requiring a large amount of out-of-class experience possible. These external agencies must agree to host the student interns. Depending on the academic discipline, you need to find different agencies that can host various programs. Academic institutions and program heads usually identify a faculty or an advisor to coordinate students' practicum and the lab courses. So somebody is in charge of this. Active supervision of laboratory students. The practicum or lab advisor is supposed to observe, record, and evaluate the activities of the student during the practicum. The advisor provides the laboratory and practicum students the platform to deliberate successes, tasks, coursework, professional development, and anything related to the program. Regular discussion and interaction help the students to discuss their challenges and ensure successful progression in their academic program. So the role of the advisor in a practicum and laboratory work is to ensure that the student has found a place where the practicum or laboratory work will be conducted. This is very important. It should be a place where the student can gain meaningful experience. Ensure that the student is assigned an area that will help the student learn essential skills. Ensure that a contact person in the organization has been assigned to the student as a mentor. Ensure that the student is oriented and introduced to the host organization. The student should be assigned a role in the organization, and the advisor ensures that the student has been exposed and oriented concerning the organization's personnel policy. Ensure that the student fills all relevant forms required by the host organization and inquire if there are some benefits that a student will gain during this period of practicum or attachment. Work with the host organization to ensure that students' evaluation forms are all completed before the student completes the program and forward it to the practicum director. What are the goals and objectives of practicum? The following are some of the objectives of practicum courses. It helps to improve the retention rate of the student. It introduces the student to required laboratory procedures and safety guidelines. Students are introduced to journal writing or laboratory notebook writing. Students are introduced to tools relevant to their career, such as software, stimulation systems, analysis, and the academic apparatus that they are going to work with. The role of the student in the laboratory and practicum advising. The student doing practicum is required to follow specific responsibilities. Before you start the program, you should be in touch with the host organization a month before your assignment to know when, where, to whom you will report to for the internship. Be a reliable, trustworthy employee of the host organization. Be ready to discharge your assigned duties meticulously. Be ready to conform to the rules and regulations of the host organization. Abide by all the policies and procedures of the organization. Respect the culture and ethos of the organization. If you must travel away from home because of the practicum experience, make sure you prepare accordingly. Arrange for travel and lodging, means, and all incidental cost of living during this period. Fill all forms relevant to the internship experience and let your supervisor endorse them. So if you are able to do all of this, it will help you. So remember, the practicum or laboratory advisor is to assist the instructor or the institution where you are going to work. And he or she works with the institution to make sure that all your needs are met during this period. Thank you, and God bless you.